What is up, everyone? Jay here with another Fire Emblem Heroes video, and today we're going to take a look at the next main series banner, which is for Engage. So I'm a bit surprised, especially because this banner is mostly DLC characters, and I didn't expect them to drop the DLC characters as soon as this. I mean, we had Bridal Nell first, but Base Nell is here, and I did expect this to maybe be Valencia because, I mean, there isn't that many Valencia characters left, and I feel like they're always, underutilized and underrepresented. But Engage is here, and I do like Engage a lot. It's one of my favorite Fire Emblem games, but I just didn't expect him here so soon. But anyways, the first hero is Nell, Arcane Fell Arch. She is the rearmed hero of this banner, and this is a new rearmed Arcane Dragonstone. So this gives -1 cooldown and of course adaptive damage. If foe initiates combat or is alive at the start of combat, grants bonus to all their stats, 25% of the foe's attack at the start of combat, -4, maximum 14, minimum 5, deals true damage 15% of your attack, including AoEs, and also reduces damage from the foe's attacks by 15% of units attack, which is amazing because this is better than Fellstone's damage reduction because it is not pierceable. So 15% of your attack is great, especially for all those high attack dragons, of course, and there are a good amount of them. You also get special charge +1 and also special cooldown count -1 before your first attack. So you have charges, special jumping, flat DR stats, -1 cooldown. So pretty simple weapon, but very effective and overall better than Fellstone. Fellstone, of course, gives you no follow-up, but no follow-up is, not that hard to outsource nowadays. So this is a really good arcane Dragonstone, and definitely good for a lot of dragons. Dragon's Roar is your special, as expected. Protective is your PRFA, so this gives you, for foes within 3 rows, 3 columns centered on Nell, inflicts -5 on the foe, and also has buff nullification, which is really good. At start of combat, if she's alive, grants +9 to all their stats, reduces. You have DR piercing by 50%, and also if foe is engaged or unit's res is greater than the foe's res +5, you reduce damage from the foe's first attack by another 15% of the foe's attack. This case was your self attack or your own attack, so this gives her even more flat damage reduction only on the first attack, but still that's amazing. And a lot of the time foes are engaged, so they're going to have the ring, so this works in Nell's favor. This includes the brave hits, and also if the foe attack can trigger foe special, you inflict the scowl effect on them, which is great because this is an A slot, so you don't have to worry about not having that. And at the start of combat, if she's alive, if unit's support partner HP is less than or equal to 90% or 99%, sorry, or if unit is within 2 spaces of an ally with HP less than or equal to 99%, you deal +15 true damage when special triggers during combat. So this is similar to what we just saw in Young Inez's Weapon Refine. He has +15 true damage, I believe. So this is a really good A slot with a lot of stuff that Nell wants. The scowl, flat DR. You also have a lot of true damage, so she's going to be deceptively strong. I mean, she's going to be strong in general, but a lot of that true damage is amazing. Edge Scales is a new PRFB. So we had Dragon Scales, now we have this. If foe initiates combat, or if units HP, or if they're alive at the start of combat, inflicts -4 speed defense res on the foe, deals true damage 15% of your attack, or the foe's attack, sorry, including AoEs, reduces damage from the foe's first attack by 10, so that's even more flat damage reduction, including the brave hits, and also increases the speed difference necessary for foe to make a follow-up attack. So the frozen kind of thing, we've seen a lot of this as of late, where it basically changes the speed stat, where instead of 5, you have to increase it by 10 during combat. And also if unit speed you also have, or you're faster than them, you also have no follow-up, which what Fellstone had. So pretty much everything she wants for a fast dragon. So Edge Scales is amazing, and this, of course, this is inheritable. So that's amazing. In Barricade, we've seen that before already for the anti-warping, and it's a very good dragon skill. So yeah, Nell is amazing. Definitely one of the better dragons in the game, as well as arcane weapons, of course. So really good PRFA, really nice inheritable B slot for a lot of dragons, and a nice rearmed arcane tome. So Nell is honestly one of the characters that I really liked at the beginning of the Engage DLC, because I thought she was really pretty cool and mysterious, and you get to learn more about her. I'm not going to spoil the DLC if you guys haven't played it, but speaking of spoilers, they do spoil some of it here a little bit just with the name. It's not me, they decided to put him here. So Atoning Dragon, this is Nil, but it's Rafal. So Rafal, you find out later that his real name is Rafal. He's a red dragon armor, and he comes with Fell Slaystone. That's a funny ass name. the sibling of Nell, I think, I remember correctly. It's been a while since I played the Engage DLC. But yeah, Fell Slave Stone, -1 cooldown, effectiveness against cavalry foes, so that's interesting on a, dragon. Adaptive damage, and grants +4 all stats to allies within 3 spaces of unit, and has a guard effect during combat, and then also does the same thing to engaged allies within 3 spaces of unit during their combat. So overall, you get +8 to all their stats, which is amazing if they're engaged. If foe initiates combat or foe's HP is greater than or equal to 75%, at the start of combat grants a bonus to all your stats equal to the number of allies within 3 spaces of unit times 3 + 5, maximum 14. If unit trigger savior value is treated as 14, which you don't have to worry about the math. If you just trigger savior, which he is an armor unit, that's just automatically 14. Deals true damage 20% of your defense or his defense, and also reduces damage from foe's attack by 20% of his defense, and then it inflicts -1 charge on the foe. So here, this is on his allies, and here it's for himself. So he basically has double guard, which, guard isn't as good as it used to be because of all the null guard, but this can of course be useful when there isn't. And also has the special cooldown count -1 before foe's first attack, which is standard at this point. There's so much special jumping now. Armored Blaze is his special, of course, and he comes with attack, defense, scowl. We finally have this. So the scowl effects that have, or skills should I say, that don't have res are interesting because they still scale off your res, but they don't give you res, like attack speed scowl. But in the case of Rafal here, he's going to have min-max bulk probably, and his res is going to be high enough anyway. So that's still a really good skill, and you can of course use attack res scowl if you really need to. And he comes with twin near save, which we haven't seen before, that gives you resistance instead of defense. So really good armor, and going to be another menacing red armor. We just had Nidhogger, and she's a menace, and Rafal is going to be here to deal with a lot of cavalry threats, and he can probably maybe tank Emblem Sigurd. I'm not sure, but he does have cavalry effectiveness in his weapon. I mean, even without it, I think he might be able to take out Sigurd, honestly. But Sigurd does get pretty bulky. I don't know. But Rafal is going to be a really strong armor. Next up is Celestia, not Zephyia. So if you didn't play the DLC, the 4 hounds are known as the 4 winds in DLC, and it's an alternate version because the DLC takes place in a different world where everything is turned upside down. My girl Tamara is evil. It's really sad. But Celestia and Griss, aka Gregory now, they're all good instead of bad. So Celestia is the good version, and she is a green tome flyer. Her GHB version was red. So we'll see what this Celestia or Celestia is bringing to the table, and she is the seasonal demote. Okay. Grand Lantern. We had the blue version before, so this gives you not being sold by terrain, which is not very good on a flyer because you've already pretty much skipped terrain anyway. So this is kind of a bad weapon for her, so you definitely want to replace this, I guess. But it can be decent on a budget. Moonbow, attack speed catch, and attack speed rain. Not bad, but nothing amazing for a demote. But you can definitely build her if you really want to, if you're a Celestia fan. Can be a very good demote for sure. I mean, she's going to have the modern stats and has access to Arcane Truthfire and stuff like that. So Celestia is cool. I did like her better when she was good, for sure, in the DLC. So, yeah. Mavier, though, he keeps the same name. He doesn't give a crap, which is funny. But the next aided hero, so this banner is pretty much DLC from Engage, except for Yunaka, who is, I mean, she's in both, but this is pretty much base Yunaka, I'm pretty sure, and is an aided hero this time, and her accessory is a black cat, as you can see in her art right there. So Yunaka is here, and she's going to be a new strong dagger unit with Hidden Blade, -1 cooldown, inflicts speed defense -7, sabotage discord on closest foes within 2 spaces of those foes to the next action. Discord we haven't seen as much, but sabotage has been everywhere, so this is really strong. At start of combat, if she's alive, grants bonus to attack and speed, 20% of her speed at start of combat, deals 20% of her speed for the true damage, actually 20% of her speed +6, including or excluding AoEs, grants special cooldown charge +1 per attack, and also special jumping. So a lot of this banner is either guard, special jumping with special charges, or special charges with guard with jumping. Just a lot of special stuff. So pretty good weapon. Honestly, not as strong as I thought, but she does have a PRF skill, which we'll see. Lethality, great special, of course. Train to Kill is her PRF-A, which has the cat icon, which is really cute. Unit can move through foes' spaces. Okay. She has Pass. So Pass is very strong, because as we've seen with Legendary Shez and Emblem Celica, they do not care about Barricade and any kind of anti-warp. They don't care about Gatekeeper. So this gives her the ability to pass through spaces, which is incredibly powerful. and we have another unit with it. So if any space within 2 spaces of unit meets any of the following conditions, unit can move to that space or any space within 2. What? Oh my god, bro. These sentences are crazy. There's just spaces, spaces, spaces. If any space within 2 spaces of unit meets any of the following conditions, unit can move to that space or any space within 2 spaces of that space. How many times did I just say space? And also, if unit initiates combat, unit attacks twice. So here's Brave Effect built in with a weapon that is max might. Unit attack twice. If there's an ally, there's a Divine Vein effect applied. It is defensive terrain. It counts as difficult terrain, including impassable terrain. So tons of conditions to make this easy. So you can move. Not only can you pass through people, you can move like crazy. You can also hit twice. So this is incredibly powerful. Trained to kill, living up to the name. If unit initiates combat is within 2 spaces of an ally, grants plus 10 attack and speed. You have no follow-up built in and also DR piercing, which I feel like it's kind of redundant because you already have lethality, but it's good when you're not triggering that. So Trained to Kill is incredibly good, very reminiscent of Legendary Male Shez, who also has pass effects and can warp like crazy. Full Disarm, I guess we've seen this before. I don't think I remember this skill, but inflicts speed defense minus X on the foe. X equals total number bonus effects active on unit, excluding stat bonuses, and penalty effects active on the foe. Excluding stat penalties, times 2 plus 4, maximum 12, has no guard, and you also ignore traps in Aether Raids, Bolt, or Heavy Trap, so that's nice. Active Lookout, this is a new skill we had. What did we have before? The one that Rearm Layla had, that was also, Lookout Force. This one gives Canto 2. When Canto triggers, enables unit to use Distant Swap, which I think also Lookout Force had. On ally, if this effect is not treated as a assist skill, if similar effects are active, this effect does not trigger. If unit initiates combat within 2 spaces of an ally, grants attack speed plus 4 during combat. And if unit initiates combat, unit can make a follow-up attack before foe's next attack. So you have Desperation built into this, which is super good. And this is going to be amazing for a lot of dagger units, especially YUNAKA here, who's ridiculous, honestly. So she is like another menace in the player's hands. This is amazing. You have maximum warping. You have brave attacks. You can neutralize traps. You have Canto, Distant Swap. You have Desperation, no follow-up, damage reduction, piercing. YUNAKA is the full package here for sure. And it makes sense because she is one of the most popular engaged characters, and you know, they weren't going to make her like some kind of demote for sure. So YUNAKA, you know, she's not my favorite or anything, but she is kind of funny, I suppose. So Papaya, woman, coming in strong, incredibly powerful, and an aided hero, so you are going to get the cat as an accessory if you do pull for her. Great art. YUNAKA is cute. So here she is destroying the Wrather, which is a nice sight to see because I hate fighting this guy. As you can see, she quads because, of course, she has the brave hits and it has Desperation built in. So she's a menace, man. She's going to be insane. Hardy Bearing, just continually becoming better and better. So yeah, that is the engaged banner. They are showing the AIDS Essence that you can get, which of course only gives you +1 to all your stats. So it's not a must pull compared to like Emblem Heroes and other stuff, even Ascended Heroes with the Trait Fruit or the Ascended Floret. But yeah, YUNAKA is here, joining another redhead, and she is probably the best hero on the banner, I feel like. Next to Rafal, I'd say, for sure. Like, she's going to be really, really powerful in your own hands. I mean, Rearm Layla was already amazing. Now you have YUNAKA as another powerful dagger unit. So, yeah. So that is the Engage banner, Engage DLC plus YUNAKA. Definitely something I didn't expect, but I don't mind, though I wish Valentia would get something. They'll probably get one next banner, hopefully. You know, we can hope. But, yeah, that's the Engage banner. Those are my overall thoughts. And I tried to remember what Lookout Force did. I don't remember exactly because I didn't pull for that banner. So sadly I couldn't compare them, but at the moment. But yeah, I mean, the new one that YUNAKA has is also incredibly powerful. So super good. I'm probably going to skip. I don't think there's anything here that maybe Nell I can free summon for her Arcane Dragonstone, because it sucks because I just foddered Fellstone to my Legendary Tiki, who's +10, and that was really good for her. But now you have this stone that's pretty much better, but it's whatever, you know. It happens. So yeah, also one more thing which some of you guys might not care about, but I'm really sad about. My Twitter account got hacked, and I usually leave that in my description for every video. You know, follow me there. And some of you guys I've met through Twitter, or some of you guys follow me there. So sadly my account is hacked. So if you are on Twitter, please ignore any kind of messages from that account, because they're going to ask you suspicious questions, and it's just something that I'm really mad about because I fell for it. There's a lot of scummy hackers and scammers out there, so please do not accept any messages from me because it is not me. My account, I lost access to it sadly, and I'm trying to get it back. I don't know if I'll ever get it back, so I made a new one. So I guess I'll link my new account. So it sucks because I've been using that account for the past 4 years, and I made a good following, and all my posts are there, and now it's just gonna be gone. So I'm hoping Twitter or X will, you know, recover my account, but I don't really have high expectations. So sadly, that's what's happening right now on Twitter, and it really bummed me out. So if you guys can follow me back, if you followed me before on my new @ which is the same one pretty much, except it's spelled out this time, Captain Falchion, instead of CPT Falchion. If you guys could follow me there, I'd appreciate it. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the engaged banner, my thoughts overall, first impressions. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Listen to me ramble as usual. Please stay safe out there. Peace out.